Good evening and welcome to Focus. I'm your host, Cindy McKee, and with us tonight we have Larry Buist, who is a woodworking sculptor. Larry, nice to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me on.
And tell us first how you got started in woodworking, or sculpting.
Well, I've been sculpting all my life, I guess, but I've been working with plywood exclusively for about 5 or 6 years now.
Plywood. Now, we'll show the audience what you mean by that in a few minutes. Can we zoom in on, I don't know, one of these beautiful pieces? Well, I guess we can talk about this one first, since you mentioned plywood.
Might give a better idea.
Yeah, because this is unfinished. This is in the stage of being produced over here. And there we go.
These are just plywood pieces glued together. They're dry and everything. That could be worked now with a grinder. But that's how I'd work it. I would plan out the piece, stack them, glue them, clamp them sometimes, or put weights on them. And you can see there's glue all over them. And then I use a 4.5-inch angle grinder with a bristle attachment and cut into it.
Now, what kind of plywood are you using on this piece?
That piece there, well, these two pieces are Baltic birch, which is a very good plywood. Comes from the Northern Europe, Finland, Russia.
Right, and it's kind of a light wood when it's finished?
It's extremely heavy.
Extremely heavy?
They
we found that out.
Yeah, they don't sell it in 4x8 sheets because it's too heavy for one person to handle, so they have to buy them in 5x5 sheets.
I see.
And so that's, and I have a difficulty, I roll them.
Okay, so all your sculptures start out like this,
Yes.
with all the pieces put together and glued. And then from there, you shape it and
Yeah, the rough shaping is just taking away the glue and the rough parts of it, and then I do planning. I'll draw on it or whatever in order to see where I'm going to go, and then I just work it from there with the grinder. And I go on several steps, first with this bristle attachment, and then I'll use resin disc sanding, maybe 24 grit, and I'll move it to 80 grit and sand it out, smooth it out.
just keep sanding it out until it gets very smooth and all the layers show.
Yeah, that's when I start to see the layers, the swirling, like that. On this piece you can see some swirling.
Right.
It comes out once you start grinding, or sanding it is. And then there's a lot of hand sanding, lots of hand sanding.
Right, and then what kind of a finish do you use to get the nice patina that it has on it?
Some of them I'll stain. I use a, what is it called? It's a golden pecan stain. And I'll stain it, which seals the wood also at the same time. And then I'll use polyurethane and rub it on.
Oh, I
There's
see,
a
like a satin
version of
finish or...
Yeah, a satin finish.
Yeah.
Yes. If I try to make it too shiny, the wood itself just can't handle it, because they've got the side effects of the wood, and you can't make it perfectly smooth. This one over here has a more of a smoother edge, but it's actually cheaper plywood.
Well, the one behind us, which we have on the camera now, okay, so that pretty much started out the same way, and this is a pecan finish, you said?
Yeah, that's golden pecan too. I'll put it on twice, so it's a little bit darker. And these were built on my bench at the same time. There's two pieces there, and I would just stagger them to match each other in a flowing pattern.
Now, it's just abstract, or does this...
It's abstract.
It's abstract.
I mostly do abstracts, but recently I've been doing some other pieces. I did
more realistic, or...
Yeah, I did an angel for the Vieira Gallery, and I'm working on an 8-foot woman, which is difficult.
Is that the one that we have on the monitor to bring up later? That
no,
big one? Oh,
no, I don't have. It's still rough.
Oh, okay, still rough, like this one.
Not as rough as that, but it's rough.
So do you already have something in mind to finish that one?
Yes, yes. I can see where I want to go with it. but
Okay.
it's hard to describe.
Yeah, right.
A lot of it's done just by feel too, and also the lines, the grain itself guides me. If I see the grain going like that, I know that it needs to be worked more to make it all steady. I can tell that it's smooth that way.
Right. So, I kind of see some lines in the raw wood that you haven't finished yet. But each layer, is that how you get these beautiful layers in here?
Yeah, that's more of the side piece. If you've had a...
Because the plywood already has layers within it.
And then you get the subtle,
right,
lighter. This is only a little bit difference between these 2 points here, millimeters.
Right. That's just beautiful. Are we, can we zoom in on the other one that we have here on the floor? There we go.
That's an older piece. It's about 5 or 6 years old now. So this method holds up very well using Elmer's glue. I use Elmer's wood glue, and it's the best.
Yeah, it's just...
it holds together. A lot of Baltic birch pieces that I glue together, I could pick them up and throw them, and they wouldn't break or anything.
Beautiful. Does this one have any meaning, or did you, this is just a creation as you went along?
It's just, I wanted to try putting bridges between them, the different sections, so to make it like one, even though it was going off in different directions.
Right.
That shows, in my mind, showed a kind of coherence that they fit together, and that I called it logical coherence.
If all the tops came together at the same level and you put a glass tabletop on it, it'd make a beautiful table.
Yeah.
Do you ever make any furniture with this technique?
Nope, I won't do it.
You won't do it, but it would make a beautiful coffee table or something.
Yes, yeah, a lot of people have asked me that, and even the legs, because you could look through the table and see the moving piece.
Yeah,
but that's not what I want to do.
No. And we have some more images of Larry's work. If we could bring those up on the monitor, please. Before we keep talking about your images, too, I want to mention you are at the Art Gallery Vieira.
Yes.
Your work can be seen there.
Also at the Indian River Gallery in Cocoa Village.
Oh, great. Okay. So there's a couple places in the county where your work can be purchased.
Yes.
Okay. And now this piece.
That is, what I titled that, that's an older piece. It's titled Last Night. From different angles, it looks like two people together, but not from this angle.
Not from that angle. And that was pretty much the same kind of wood? Now, if we come across one that has a different wood than what you've already talked about, be sure to tell us.
Yeah, you're going to see one that's very different.
Can we see the next one then? That's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one, and that's in my studio there. You see it's like a cabana. I love that studio.
Yeah, that's great.
But that is made from 3 different pieces, which gave a nice effect of having the light green, like on here, the green in 3 different spots. So that's what I was
you've mixed the wood on this one?
No, I don't have a whole lot of control of the wood. Like you see some light areas and dark areas. You can't tell that until you've got it glued together and start writing on it. Then you see. But that one there I call confluence. It's like water. To me, it was like water coming together and splashing outward.
And how tall is that one?
That's 42 inches high, I think. And
oh,
that's
really?
in the
It looks
Vieira
much
Gallery
taller. I
right
guess
now.
because I see a ladder or something in the background, so I'm thinking it's about 8 foot tall.
That's an 8-foot ladder, but that's on a table.
Okay.
This is an interesting wood. This is OSB plywood. So it's very cheap plywood that you'll see on construction sites and homes. And but what's unique about it is that there's no grain. There's no lines or anything.
No.
So it all looks the same from wherever you look at it.
And that one, I kind of see a shape of a person in it?
No, that's, well...
Or is that totally abstract also?
It's very, very abstract, which is why it's difficult. I call that empty nest. It's like a bird's head up like that.
Oh, I see, okay.
But it's almost got a human shoulder there, and that's the nest where there's no longer a baby bird.
Right, right. Did you do that when you experienced an empty nest yourself, or?
No, well, I've experienced lots of empty nests. I had lots of children. But
and
and
this one?
this is a stack and glue method. You see, it's got 3 separate legs, and that's all horizontal. So I had to plan that out. It was made in 4 different pieces, and then
And that one looks like it almost twists up towards the top. Yeah.
It does. It does twist. This is a spiral shape.
Very interesting. And then the middle, the centerpiece, you stained a little different color to make it.
No, it's just the lighting there.
Oh, okay.
The photographer had too much light on that one, I think. You don't see much grain. You can see more in the leg in the back.
And then this one.
That's the angel that I completed just recently.
Oh, that's your angel you did. It's at the Vieira Gallery, you said.
It's at the Vieira Gallery right now.
And it's for sale.
It's for sale,
Okay.
yeah. It won a 3rd place at a recent art show with that, at the Brush for Success at the Vieira Gallery.
All right, very good. 3rd place.
Yeah, the rest are all paintings. Paintings and graphic art.
Yeah,
and stuff.
right.
So I had a tough job competing, and they were all very good paintings, of course.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, that's the last of them.
Yeah.
What else can you tell us about your art that you do?
Well, I do it all the time, all my spare time.
Well, you know what? We've run out of time
We
already.
have?
Larry, it's gone by so fast. Nice to have you on
this
the
was
show.
fun.
Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Focus.